Game 2 between the TBC Eagles and the Payne College Lions getting underway right now, and the Eagles have their ace on the hill, Jacob Brigman. Tell you more about him in just a moment. Danny Daza, Vladimir Lamos, and Dominique Page, the scheduled hitters for Payne, as Brigman makes his first pitch and misses low and inside. Jacob Brigman, 5-4 on the season with a fantastic 1.81 earned run average. There's a chopper towards third. That is a fair ball. McGann will throw to first, and a very tough play. And Daza beats it to throw off the mark. That's a base hit. Home plate umpire said it was touched in fair territory, and McGann did all he could, but Daza just beat it out. Brigman, 5-4, 181, 54 2/3 innings, 32 hits, 20 runs, but only 11 earned, 28 walks, and 59 strikeouts. And he will work immediately with a runner on first and nobody out. Vladimir Lamos at the plate, 0 for 3 in game 1. He was hit by a pitch one time up, and he takes the first pitch, and that one misses. Daza, he's aboard at first. Also, nothing out of 3, hit by a pitch and scored a run in game 1. Here we have ourselves a ground ball. LaChapelle throws high, but it is caught. The throw back to first, not in time. Eagles do get the lead runner at second on a 3-6 fielder's choice. Brigman did his job and covered, but the speedy Vladimir Lamos just beat the throw. Dominique Page, the right fielder at the plate, 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the third inning in game 1. He walked his first time up, and now he has a runner at first with 1 out. Game number 2, final game of the series between the Lions and the Eagles. After Page, the middle third of the batting order, catcher Joel Maloney, first baseman Christian Batista, designated hitter Mason Roundtree. Give it the bottom third after this next pitch. No balls and a strike. Brigman checks that runner. Soft toss to first. He does have a few pickoffs this season. Jerry Beto's in left, batting 7th, followed by Carmelo Martinez at third base and Ravion Alexander in center field. Omar Yespis will do the pitching for the Lions. And that's going to be a pass ball charged to Ryan Ongst, allowing Lamos to take second base. The defense, a little bit different for TBC, not much. Gavin Williams is in left, Jacob Burke in center, Gattinella at right. Around the infield, McGann, Naguris, and Reeves. But at first base is Tyson LaChapelle, and Ryan Ongst is behind the plate. Larson Lott will be the DH. Swing and a miss, or a foul ball. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes to Dominique Page. With the win, TBC now 17-13 and 8-3 in South Region play. The Lions are now 14-6 overall and 3-4 in South Region play. They played a doubleheader against Tuskegee a couple of days ago. We now have those scores, and they split that doubleheader with Tuskegee. So overall now, the Lions 14-6. That ball drilled foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. We're in the mid-90s now. Feels more like summertime, still in the spring. I'm in no hurry to have these upper 90s with 1,000% humidity. Brigman delivers a ground ball to third. McGann looks the runner back, throws to first. It's off the mark, and the runner is safe. That'll be a throwing error on Logan McGann. Ball sailed on LaChapelle, and he was able to keep the ball in the infield, and the runner's at first and second. There's 1 out. 2 men aboard, and Joel Malone at the plate. LaChapelle in front of the runner at first. Rest of the infield, double play depth. First pitch to the big power man is outside. 7 homers. 31 RBIs in game 1 today. 1 for 3. And last night, Maloney had 3 runs driven in. Hit one off the fence and almost got out of here. 1 ball, no strikes. Brigman delivers. A breaking ball, no. That's ball 2. Slightly different batting order for TBC. We'll tell you about between the half innings. Brigman, 2 balls, no strikes. Turns and looks, and the runner's back. In case you missed it, Daza grounded out to start, or singled to start. It was a race on a fielder's choice. A pass ball put Lamos at second. And this may be an infield single. The throw just in time by McGann. Boy, Logan McGann's been a busy man in this first inning. He got the out at first, 2 down, but Lamos advances to third and Page to second. Page reached on a throwing error. And now 2 men in scoring position for Christian Batista. 1 for 3 with a run scored in game number 1. Second and third, Brigman's first pitch to Batista, a curveball for a strike. Batista, one of the big men in the middle of the batting order for Coach Caleb Marshall. 12 RBIs. Nothing in 1 and a curveball, and that's strike 2. A really nice pitch by Brigman. Last night I mistakenly said that Coach Marshall was an assistant baseball coach at Edward Waters University. He was the head coach with current head coach Reggie Johnson was his assistant. So popped up, shallow left field. It has a chance to drop. Here comes Gavin Williams, and he made the catch on the dive. What an excellent play by Gavin Williams. And that ends the inning. The Lions get 2 runners in scoring position, but a diving catch by Williams keeps them from scoring. After a half inning, we have no score. Back in just a moment. What a great play by Gavin Williams to keep 2 runs from scoring, and TBC will get its first at-bat of the final game of the series. Here's the batting order. Catcher Ryan Ongst moves up to the leadoff spot, followed by Logan McGann batting second, playing third. Gavin Williams is batting third and left. He just made that great catch. Larson Lott's a designated hitter in the cleanup spot. Second baseman Seth Reeves will hit 5th. Batting 6 at short, Nate Naguris. Dominic Gattinella will bat 7th. He's in right. Tyson LaChapelle plays first in the number 8 hole, and Jacob Burke will bat 9th. They will face left-hander Omar Yespis doing the pitching here in game number 3. Yespis, a sophomore from the Dominican Republic. On the season, 3 wins and 2 losses. He has an earned run average of 1044. This will be his 7th appearance and 6th start. He has 25 innings under his belt. He's allowed 33 hits, 29 runs, all earned. Problem is he has walked 24 men and struck out 8. He has allowed 5 home runs. So Ongst, McGann, and Williams will be the first 3 men to face Omar Yespis. Each team has won a game. Paine last night, 9-5. Trinity Baptist earlier today, 5-2. South Region matchup. The final series in the region for Trinity Baptist. Next up for the TBC Eagles, Atlantis University comes to town. We'll have a doubleheader on Friday. We will have a single game on Saturday. Payne will play home against Voorhees of the NAIA on Wednesday, April 9th, a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. Then a week later on the 16th, a home doubleheader against Benedict. They will finish the season at Morris for 2 on April 18th and at Voorhees for 2 on April 22nd. So the final South Region contest for Payne also today. We are ready for the bottom of the first with Ryan Ongst leading things off. Ongst in game number 1, batting second, had a 2-run double and walked twice. So on base all 3 trips to the plate. Also scored a run. And the first pitch, curveball, is a little bit high. Brigman got into trouble, but got out of it thanks to the diving catch by Gavin Williams. And Yespis gets that one at the knees for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eagles trying to take the series, and that one slipped out of Yespis' hands. Well, TBC has now won 3 and lost 1 to Paine during the season, so they have won the season series regardless of what happens in this contest. But, of course, they want to win this 3-game series. That one misses upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Paine, though, could take this series with a win. Very high-powered offense, but they're facing one of the best, if not the best, in the NCCAA today. That one hits the dirt, and Ongst is aboard. Jacob Brigman, a 4-time NCCAA Pitcher of the Week. Hard to believe he has lost 4 games the way he's thrown the ball. Last week against Toccoa Falls, Brigman took a 1-0 loss, and the run was unearned. Graham Gorman will run for the catcher. So Gorman will take over at first base, and Logan McGann at the plate, moving up from the 5th hole to the 2nd. He had a double and a run scored in game number 1, and he takes a strike. He also put down a sacrifice bunt, so officially 1 for 2. Andrew Moeller got the win in game 1 with just 1 inning pitched. Did a nice job. All zeros. There's a chopper over the head and backhanded by Daza, but he will not have a throw. Over the head of Martinez. That'll be a single for Logan McGann. Well, the way the Eagles have hit the ball in the first 2 games of the series, hitting rockets, getting caught, little poetic justice. That one not hit hard, but it's a base hit. Gorman at second, McGann at first, and Gavin Williams at the plate. Dominic Gattinella has blistered the ball all but 1 time up in these 2 games. See him in just a little while. And a strike called. Gavin Williams homered last night. He is now batting .310 as he steps in. 4 homers, 24 RBIs. And the pitch, curveball. Hit hard into left field, a base hit. Gorman will have to stop right there as Beto got to it quickly. Broden started to wave Gorman on in and suddenly threw up the stop sign. A base hit for Gavin Williams. The sacks are full. That's a second hit following a leadoff walk. McGann at second. Gorman at third. Larson Lott, the designated hitter, steps into the box, and already the Lions are going to play in to try to get the force, possibly a home-to-first double play. Omar Yespis will wind up with the bases loaded. Line drive, it's caught. Or a chopper, rather. They're going to go home to first for the double play. Either way, it would have been a double play. I did not see the ball hit the dirt. I thought it was a line drive. And that'll go as a 5-2-3 double play, and another pretty hard hit ball turned into outs. So Gorman is cut down. McGann is at third. Williams is at second. A very promising inning. And now Yespis has a chance to get out of it unscathed. For a moment, I thought it was a line drive caught, step on the bag for the double play, but no, that ball hit the ground and went up high. One strike to Seth Reeves, and he takes one high. Reeves has the leadoff hitter in game one. Nothing out of two. He did walk and score a run. A base hit could bring home two. Yespis delivers and gets strike two. Credit Martinez. He leaped high and he fired a strike to Maloney, who then laser beamed one over to first for the second out. 1-2. And this one is fouled off and out of play. Seth Reeves is hitting .286, 11 runs driven in. A ball and two strikes. And another one fouled off. Well, even if the Eagles don't score, they're making the pitcher work. That was number 15. But Yespis gave up a walk and two singles, then got a double play and a chance to get out of it without a run scoring. Here's a 1-2. That one was inside, says the umpire. Everybody, including the Eagles, thought it might have been strike three. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reeves with a very good eye. Here's a 2-2. Line drive into center field. That ball's going to hang up and get caught by Alexander. So the Eagles load the bases with nobody out and come away empty. After one, no score. Omar Yespis got a big lift from his defense, getting that home to first double play. And then the line drive caught in center field to keep TBC from scoring. Both teams had multiple base runners and came away empty in the first. So now Jacob Brigman will face Mason Roundtree, Jerry Beto, and Camilio Martinez as Payne bats in the second. And Brigman ready with his first pitch. And ball hit very well to left field. Williams on his way back, but it is gone. Mason Roundtree homers to start the inning, and Payne is on the board first. Hit the ball down the left field line, and for Roundtree, the home run. 1-0 Payne. That is his second of the season, and the first one for Payne in this series. So 1-0 Payne after both teams had good scoring chances in the first, but got nothing. Jerry Beto, the left fielder, digs in against Brigman. And he hits this ball hard, but foul. Brigman, not often he is behind. That is the first home run he has allowed this season. 1 strike and a pitch. That one goes around the plate outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Brigman gets a sign he likes. And a pitch to Beto. Misses downstairs. Beto nothing out of 3 in game number 1. He faced 3 different pitchers, Leach, Moeller, and Billings. Now facing his 4th of the day in Jacob Brigman. 2-1 on the way, fastball outside, that's ball 3. Well, as hot as it is here today, that ball should carry. The wind is blowing in, but not very hard right now. Didn't matter to Roundtree. He had a line drive that would have cut through the wind we had earlier. 3-1 from Brigman. This one's drilled. It's going to clear, but will it stay fair? The answer is no. That ball went even further than Roundtree's home run, but fortunately for Brigman and the Eagles, Beto was well out in front. And Beto bidding for back-to-back home runs. He has 1 homer this season. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Brigman ready with the payoff pitch. Curveball, got him swinging. And Ongst holds on, and that is out number 1. Terrific slow curve. Had to hit her way out in front. So 1 out, bases empty, a run in, and third baseman Camilio Martinez will step to the plate. Came into today hitting .261. Had an RBI sac fly in game 1. Nothing out of 2 officially. No homers. Now 11 RBIs on the season. And a fastball is on the inside corner. First pitch of the inning, Roundtree puts it over the left field fence. 1 strike. Brigman delivers. Curveball. And swung on and missed for strike 2. So 0-2. Brigman quickly ahead of the hitter. And Brigman takes his time, now ready for the 0-2. And there's a chopper up the middle. Reeves will backhand it. Throw in 1 motion on target and get the out. Nice play by Seth Reeves. And there are 2 away. Brings up Ravion Alexander, the center fielder. 1 for 3 earlier today. Came into the doubleheader at .263. He has 2 homers and 9 runs driven in. Played a very good center field in all 3 games, and that's counting the catch he just made. And that ended TBC's threat in the first. First pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, fastball, chopped, foul. Hey, credit Alexander, taking nothing for granted. That ball could hit something funny and bound back into fair territory. Ball has to pass the bag to be considered foul or fair if it's on the inside of the line. So it's a count of a ball and a strike. There are 2 outs and the bases are empty. Brigman in the hot, bright sunshine delivers at 1-1 and misses low and outside. Tigers lead the White Sox 2-1. Jacob Brigman ready. 2 balls and a strike. And this one is fouled up and out of play. Makes it 2-2. Well, the updated score has just come in. Says the Tigers lead the White Sox 7-2 in the 7th. Astros lead the Twins 1-0 in the 4th. Cubs are up 2-0 over San Diego in the bottom of the 2nd at Wrigley. Only games in action at the moment. Brigman delivers, misses down low. That's ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this will be pitch number 30 for Brigman. Now, he'll throw a lot of pitches, but he hasn't pitched in the heat like this yet this season. Here's a 3-2. High fly ball, center field. Burke going back, but he'll make the catch to retire the side. A leadoff homer, then 3 straight outs. And after an inning and a half, Payne leads 1-0. Omar Yespis pulled the Houdini in the first. He loaded the bases with nobody out, but he got a home to first double play and a well-hit line drive caught in center field to escape without a run scoring. So he will now face Naguris, Gattinella, and La Chapelle. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the batting order. 1-0 Payne on the home run by Mason Roundtree. That led off the second inning. Gattinella has been the definition of a tough luck hitter, especially in this series. All but one of his balls have been hit right on the button, but they've all been caught. Average is 186, but that doesn't tell how well he has swung the bat all season long. He has driven in 15 runs. He has a triple and 5 doubles. Have to hit the ball pretty well to get that kind of a total. Nate Naguris will start things off. The shortstop in game number 1 had a double and a run scored, 3 trips to the plate. And he is batting .271 with 17 RBIs and 12 runs scored. Updated totals. Omar Yespis with his first pitch. It is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Yespis, a sophomore from the Dominican Republic. He delivers. Naguris steps back into the box. His longest outing twice. Cespedes has pitched 7 innings. Little looper into right. Has a chance to get down and a slide and catch by Dominique Page. Once again, the Eagles hit the ball hard but have it caught. That ball had some top spin and really was sinking fast. But Dominique Page was even faster. So 1 out with the bases empty for Gattinella. Yespis went 7 innings against Florida National on February 22nd and 7 against Morehouse on March 19th. There's another line drive that Page again makes a sliding catch and catches it right above the ground, and Gattinella is robbed for the 5th time in this series. He has to be extremely frustrated. He cannot swing the bat much better than this. But 2 sliding catches in right by Dominique Page. Tyson LaChapelle at the plate. First at bat of the day. There's a chopper up the middle. Daza fields it near the bag. His high throw, but it's in time. And I believe that was a 5-pitch inning for Cespedes, if I'm remembering correctly. And he gets the Eagles in order thanks to Dominique Page in right field. And after 2, it's 1-0 Payne. Top of the third, Payne leads 1-0. And the Lions defense has really helped out Omar Yespis. The Eagles have hit the ball hard all throughout the first and second innings. So far, nothing to show for it. Brigman, 2 innings, 1 earned run, the home run to Roundtree. Only 2 hits. He has struck out 1. Brief conference on the mound before we start the third. Honk's putting on the catcher's gear as we hit the hottest part of the day. Joel Malone caught the entire first game and is doing it again. So let's hope everybody stays very well hydrated. It's even warm up here in the booth with the air conditioner running. First pitch to Danny Daza started the ball game off with an infield single. 1 strike. Brigman working from the stretch. And a pitch. High pop up. Behind second base, Seth Reeves makes the catch. So 1 quick out, and it brings up second baseman Vladimir Lamos. He reached on a fielder's choice, got to third, but did not score. And I'm being told that Yespis, his hometown, listed incorrectly. He is from Venezuela, not the Dominican Republic. Thank you to Mr. Omar. Curveball in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. And Brigman with a really good curveball. Facing Lamos, nothing out of 1 so far. And a curveball that's fisted, bounces in front of him again. They'll throw to first, scoop, and they got him. Brigman tried to make the catch in the air. McGann very well stuck with it and then got the out. That one could have had a lot of things happen. A catch for an out, the ball deflected away from McGann for a hit. The throw was low. It could have gotten by, but LaChapelle with a great scoop. So 2 outs, bases empty, and a curveball is upstairs. Page reached on an error in the first. He got to second, but Brigman was able to leave runners stranded thanks to the diving catch in left. There's a strike, so both teams have had some really good plays already in this game, as they have done the entire series, last night and earlier today. A ball and a strike. And the pitch, fastball, fouled off to the right side. It's 1-2. Eagles will have 9, 1-2 due up. Burke, Ongst, and McGann. And Brigman ready for the 1-2 offering. High pop foul, and it is out of play. Payne brought some fans down from Augusta. My oldest brother, Steve, and his wife spent many years in Augusta before moving back to Kingsland just a few months ago. Ball and 2 strikes. And a pitch, and it is upstairs. They really enjoyed their time in Augusta. But in their retirement years, they wanted to be closer to their families. So back at Kingsland, where they spent many years while Steve was serving in the Navy. Here's a 2-2, fastball, fouled off down to left field line. My oldest brother, 22 years in the United States Navy. Me, my military service, I used to watch the A-Team. That's the extent of my military. So thank you to all of you who are serving now or will serve in the future. There's a ground ball. Cut off by Naguris. Throw to first. They got him. A tough play, but Naguris made it, and Brigman gets the Lions in order in the third. He's retired 6 in a row. Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0. We're about to begin the bottom of the third. Omar Yespis, 2 scoreless so far, just a couple of hits. He has walked 1. So the Venezuela native getting ready to start the third inning. He will face Burke, Ongst, and McGann. Jacob Burke makes his first plate appearance of the ball game. He was 1 for 3 with a run scored in game number 1. And on the season, Burke now batting .224, 6 RBIs, and 15 runs scored. And he steps in to face Omar Yespis for the first time. And now Yespis ready. Here's the first pitch of the third. And it is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan Onks, the leadoff hitter, is on deck. And that one got the outer half. Counts even at 1-1. And Yespis with the pitch. And Burke chased one down and fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It looked like Yespis wanted a new baseball. Seems to like the grip on this one a little better. And now he's ready for the 1-2 offering. And that one misses low and outside. Burke digs in. Yespis winds and delivers. There's a drive into right field, but again, at Page. This time a much easier play for Dominique, and he made the catch. Page has been very busy in the early going. That's already his 3rd catch, 2 of them on the run and the slide. Ryan Ongst started the ball game with a walk. The Eagles got 3 on with nobody out, but did not score. And that could be the key to the game. First pitch to Ongst, low. 1 ball, no strikes. Wind blowing in, not all that hard. And a fastball's in there for the strike. 1-1 to Ryan Ongst, 5th-year senior from Mandarin High School in Jacksonville. That one hits him right between the 1 and the 4 on the back, and he is on board for the 2nd time without putting a ball in play. Last time, Gorman came out to run, and Gorman will do it again. Has to wait for Rhino to get on the base, and the courtesy runner heads over to take over for Ongst. And Logan McGann at the plate. Got himself a single in the 1st inning. One out with Graham Gorman, the courtesy runner at first base. Logan McGinn digging in. They're giving him a lot of room on the right side. Gorman's going. The pitch is low. The throw is low. And Gorman is in there with a stolen base. The throw may have beaten Gorman, but the bounce caused Daza to have to come up with the glove and make it unable to put down the tag. For Gorman, his 10th stolen base of the year. He's been caught only twice. McGann can try to tie it up now. And he takes this one for ball 2. I believe the throw had beaten the runner, but that high hop allowed Gorman to get in. That's ball 3. Gorman with pretty good speed at second base. McGann, a good bat in the batter's box. And that one is a strike. Gorman has scored 17 runs. McGann has driven in 16. And a pitch, high fly ball down the right field line. Page is camping under it. He'll make the catch. It wasn't that deep, so Gorman does not try to advance. Eagles might want to try another outfielder because Page is making catch after catch after catch. 2 outs with the runner at second. Gavin Williams singled in the first inning, but hit the ball so hard that Beta was able to get to it quickly and get it back in and keep Graham Gorman from scoring. And then, of course, we know what happened after that. Williams takes the first pitch outside. Williams also singled off the left field wall in game number 1. Hit so hard. Same situation. Got it back in very quickly. Although that hit did drive in 2 runs. 2 balls, no strikes. Yespis checks that runner. They're not holding him on, and a big rip and a miss. Count is 2 balls and a strike. Williams homered in the 9th last night. No wind blowing at the moment. And a pitch. High foul down the right field line and well out of play. So it's now 2-2 to Williams. And Yespis not wasting any time, getting set quickly. Shakes off a couple of signs. He likes this one. Here's a 2-2 and a foul ball. And Williams was in front and had to hold up, but was able to just get a piece to stay alive. Had to regroup and almost stop his swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner at second. Deuce is wild and the pitch. There's a ground ball to short, right at Daza. The easy throw to first, side retired. Well, the hit batsman does not hurt Omar Yespis. And after 3, Yespis and the Lions lead 1-0. Fourth inning coming up in a 1-0 ball game. The only run came on Mason Roundtree's solo homer to lead off the second inning. It's been a nice pitchers and defensive duel. And Joel Malone will step up. Grounded to third his first time. Very quick ball game here on a hot, and I mean hot, Saturday afternoon. Mid-90s. Hottest day we've had in 2025. And a pitch, a curveball, misses. Ball, no strikes. 1-0, and Brigman from the stretch delivers. Fastball drilled into center field. Two men are giving chase, and Burke will make the catch. Jacob Burke on the warning track in the gap, and Maloney tips his cap to the Eagles center fielder. Both teams doing it to the other with the glove, and great sportsmanship by Joel Maloney. One out on an unbelievable play. And Christian Batista at the plate. He was robbed of a base hit in the first and a couple of RBIs when Gavin Williams made a diving catch on him. Brigman with the pitch and a ground ball to first. LaChapelle will scoop, and he'll take it himself for out number 2. What a play by Jacob Burke. LaChapelle fielded that short hop and was able to beat the runner to the bag. We know what Roundtree did his last time up. I think it was a first pitch, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see what Brigman remembers. 2 outs, bases empty. And the first pitch. That's a fastball for a strike. Lott, Reeves, and Naguris are the scheduled hitters for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the 4th. 1 strike and the pitch. Breaks around the plate, so it's outside. Brigman's curveball has had a whole lot of bite to it. Count is 1-1. Brigman with that 1-1. Fastball is chopped towards third and foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The base is empty. Roundtree at the plate. Brigman didn't like the ball, so he'll ask for another one. Balls have gotten dirty. That's going to happen in the second game of a doubleheader. Ball and 2 strikes. Brigman shakes off 2. Shakes off a 3rd. Likes the 4th. And here's a 1-2. Fastball. Got him looking. Brigman hits the outside corner, and for the second straight inning, he retires them in 1-2-3 fashion. 9 in a row for Brigman. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Eagles trying to get that tying run. It's 1-0. Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the fourth, looking to get that first run to tie it up. Larson Lott, Seth Reeves, and Nate Naguris are the scheduled hitters. Roundtree's home run, the only tally in the ball game so far. Omar Yespis, 3 scoreless innings, just 2 hits, and some great defense behind him. The Eagles have pulled off a few diving catches of their own. Play of the day so far, Jacob Burke. Can't really imagine a better defensive individual play. And Larson Lott will step up. He hit that 5-2-3 double play chopper in the first inning. That one that I swear I still don't remember the ball hitting the ground. I thought it was a line drive. Either way, it would have been a double play. So Lott trying to start a rally here in the fourth. And in a 7-inning game, when we get to the fifth, we're talking late innings now. And that first one bounces across the plate. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Payne. In the fifth, Beto, Martinez, and Alexander. 1 ball, no strikes, and a high fly ball to the wrong man, as Page has it with ease. 1 out for Seth Reeves, who flew out to center to end that first inning. Hit the ball well, but right at Ravion Alexander. Reeves will try to get a 1-out rally started. Digs in for the first pitch. Yespis with that pitch. It's a strike. 0-1. Yespis ready, works pretty quickly, and delivers. And a curveball is a beauty. Reeves unsure of it, but looked good from up here. That's strike 2. 0-2. And Yespis with the pitch, or Yespis rather, and he bounces that one in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes to Reeves. And now the 1-2 on the way, and fisted foul in out of play. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Yespis shakes off a couple, now gets what he likes, and a pitch on the way, a curveball that broke too soon, and Reeves flinched a little but held up in time. Count is 2-2 on Reeves. And pitch, that one slipped out of his hand, that is ball 3. So Reeves now has worked the count full. Nate Naguris, the on-deck hitter. And another one fouled off. Count remains 3-2. Yespis again shakes off a few signs. And now a payoff. Ball 4 and a good at-bat for Seth Reeves. He fell behind, worked the count full, and drew the walk. Number 2 issued by Yespis. And it brings up Nate Naguris, who lined the first of those 2 sliding catches to right. Dominique Page made both those plays. So Reeves at first. And Naguris at the plate. And the first pitch is a little bit high. Reeves has made all 4 steal attempts without being thrown out. Decent lead, not excessive, and the pitch to Naguris is low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And Yespis checks that runner at first. Reeves shortens up the lead a bit, and that one hits the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes. And And Yespis again checks that runner and misses for ball 4. That's 2 in a row, and the Eagles are in business with 1 out. And here's that man again, Gattinella. Sooner or later, he's going to find a hole. 7 times in this series, he has hit rockets that have been caught. We're going to have a timeout and a conference on the mound. You're watching TBC Eagles baseball. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, the Eagles have the 2 men aboard via the walk after the first out of the inning, and Dominic Gattinella at the plate, also robbed on a sliding play by Page last time up. First pitch is in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Gattinella has a lot of room on the ground to the right side, and he takes a strike. And a good take by Gattinella after 2 consecutive walks. You don't have to hit every pitch in the zone, especially early in the count. Make that pitcher work. Count is 1-1. And Gattinella takes one on the inside part, and actually a little bit too far inside. And that's ball 2. Cubs lead the Padres now, 3-0. That game is in the 4th. Here's a 2-1. That is ball 3. So Gattinella in the driver's seat. Dansby Swanson has hit a home run for the Cubs, a 2-run shot. 3 balls and a strike and a pitch. That's ball 4. Gattinella held up to make sure. And the bases are loaded. 3 consecutive walks, and Tyson LaChapelle at the plate. Of course, we remember the first inning when Yespis got out of it with nobody out. This time a double play would end the inning. LaChapelle really wants now to try to get one into the outfield. He has driven in 6. This is his 12th game of the season. And there's a ground ball that could be 2. Daza to throw to first. It gets away. 1 run is in. Here comes Naguris. He will score. The Eagles take the lead. It will go as a fielder's choice and an RBI for LaChapelle, and then a throwing error on the shortstop to let the second runner score. That's Naguris. His run is unearned at the moment. So again, a fielder's choice, 1 RBI. And LaChapelle is at second. And Jacob Burke is at the plate. Gattinella was the man erased. And the first pitch is upstairs. There are 2 outs in the inning. Well, I'm going to check that and make sure. Yep, that is 2. Jacob Burke at the plate. Eagles lead 2-1. And a pitch. And that one just misses. Burke flew out to right. His first time up. trying to bring home an insurance run. And this one is grounded towards second. And Lemos will throw to first, and it's wide and gets away. Here comes LaChapelle. He will score. And the Eagles tack on a run. That will be an error on the second baseman. No RBI credited. But the run is in, and the Eagles lead by 2. And now Ryan Ongst at the plate. So the stellar defense helping out Trinity Baptist in this inning. Ongst. First pitch, pop up down the left field line. That ball is foul. Very, very close to the line, but clearly foul. And everybody will return. Mr. Omar chatting with us. We thank you for letting us know you're watching. He is the pitcher, Omar's uncle. We're glad you're able to join us here this afternoon. Ryan Ongst back in the batter's box. Jacob Burke at first. A couple of gift runs given to the Eagles. Runners going. The pitch is a strike. The throw is high, and that's a stolen base for Jacob Burke. And for Burke, his 5th of the season, he's been caught 3 times. Now an opportunity for Ongst to add on a little bit insurance. It's 3-1. Burke runs well. He's at second. We do have 2 out. Yespis delivers, and a high pop-up should end the inning. To the left side, it will be Daza. Well, that ends the inning. However, Trinity Baptist scores 3, only 1 earned, and leaves 1 after 4. TBC 3, Payne 1. Well, Trinity Baptist has its first lead of the ball game, so Jacob Brigman pitching with a 2-run cushion, and he will face the bottom third of the batting order, Beto Martinez Alexander. As Trinity Baptist scored 3, only 1 of those runs earned, so they took advantage of a walk, 2 walks actually 3, and a couple of bad mistakes by the Lions defense. But the way the Eagles have hit the ball, it's a little poetic justice. They have been robbed of hit after hit after hit, especially by the outfield. Well, here's Beto to try to start a rally for the Lions. And he lines a first pitch into center field. He didn't waste any time, got one to his liking, and he's aboard. That ball almost hit the base, but he placed it perfectly. It brings up Camilo Martinez. That's hit number 3 for the Lions. Eagles have only 2 hits themselves. Their defense has committed 1 error. Payne with 2, and that's really the difference in the ball game. 3-1 Eagles lead. Bunt being shown, and it is down. Brigman will have to go to first. And he'll get the out, but a sacrifice and a good job by Martinez making sure that Brigman had only the 1 play. So Beto is at second. The sacrifice bunt brings up Ravion Alexander. He flew out to center his first time up. And Brigman will work with that runner at second. He has a 2-run lead, not excessively worried about the man. And his first pitch, curveball, strike called. No balls and a strike. Twins lead the Astros 6-1. That's in the 5th. 0-1 from Brigman. And another good bender for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Cubs now lead San Diego 4-0 after 4. Reeves holding the runner close at second, and Brigman delivers and misses upstairs. Brigman, one of his pickoffs has been at second base. I think he has 3 total on the season, and would have had a couple more if not for some miscues. So he really can hold runners close. And again, he's picked off a few. A ball and 2 strikes. And a pitch. Curveball. No, that's outside. Alexander shakes his head no. He knew it was a little bit off the plate. No argument from Angst. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out with that runner at second. And Brigman, this time a fastball is popped up and out of play. Tried to sneak the heater past after a couple of curves. Alexander was ready for it. Detroit has beaten Chicago 7-2. Count is 2-2. 1 out with that runner at second. Brigman a couple of looks. Turns and throws, and Reeves knocked it down and kept it out of center field. Well, both Naguras and Burke backing up the play. Exactly what they're supposed to do. Count is 2-2. Brigman with the 2-2. Fastball, got him swinging. That is strike 3. And strikeout for Brigman is number 2. Brings up Danny Daza, who is 1 for 2. An infield single and a pop-up. Well, there are 2 outs now with that runner at second. Jerry Beto singled to start the inning, advanced to second on the sac bunt from Martinez. The first pitch from Brigman to Daza misses up and away. For TBC, McGann, Williams, and Lott are the scheduled hitters in the bottom of the 5th. And Brigman trying to make sure it's still a 2-run lead. He needs to get just 1 more out. Reeves hold the runner close. 1 ball, no strikes, and a swing and a miss. Daza really pulled his head out on that swing. They have chased one up. So it's 1-1. And a long look by Brigman. Runners going to third, the high pitch, and there will be no throw. A fantastic jump for Beto, so no chance for Angst. Beto steals third. There are 2 outs, so Brigman just needs to worry about the batter. That's the first steal of the season for Beto. He got a big jump. And a pitch on the way is a curveball for strike 2. Here's where Brigman normally bears down, doing what he can to keep that runner from scoring. It's 2-2. And Brigman not too concerned about the runner at third. Fastball popped up and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We had a bunch of cars over in that area earlier today because a youth baseball game going on in the field behind the 315 sign. And a couple of foul balls came close to hitting those cars. And nobody over there now. Now the 2-2 from Brigman. Fastball is up and in, almost got Daza. Brigman tried to overthrow it. It's a payoff pitch coming now. 2 outs with the runner at third. Daza represents the potential tying run. Here's that 3-2 pitch, curveball, missed. And the runners will be at the corners. Daza, he wanted to swing the bat. He'll take the walk, but he'd rather get a chance to drive in the run. That's only the first walk issued by Brigman. Brings up Vladimir Lamos, who is nothing out of 2. A couple of ground balls. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the first, got to third base. They had 2 on with 1 out, but Brigman was able to get out of it. So Daza at first. Let's see if he tries to take off and erase the potential force-out possibility. He is 1 for 1 in steal attempts on the season. And a foul ball, good swing by Lamos. Brigman's pitches have some good movement. No balls and a strike. And Brigman, with the tying runs on base, takes a long look. He is now ready. Daza with a big lead, and strike 2 after the foul ball. I'd like to see that little slow curve right here. He has had a beauty. Couple of fastballs, poked foul. Angst will give the sign. Brigman likes the first one. Here's the pitch. Runners going. The curve is in there for the strike. Hey, I called it. I am taking credit, partial credit. I didn't execute the pitch, but that ends the inning. 2 strikeouts in the frame. And the Eagles will come to bat in the bottom of the 5th, leading 3-1. TBC leads 3-1 as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 5th, facing Omar Yespis. 4 innings, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. He's allowed just 2 base hits, but he has walked 4 batters, and the 2 errors led to those unearned runs in the 4th inning. It will be 2, 3, and 4. Logan McGann, Gavin Williams, and Larson Lott. Yespis finishing up his warm-up tosses. He has thrown 68 pitches, so he's been pretty efficient out there in the heat. Hottest day we've had in 2025, mid-90s. And, of course, in Jacksonville, we're not quite there yet, but when we get to the summertime, that feels like temperature at 95 could be about 105. And why don't they just say it's 105 degrees then? Why do they tell us, oh, it's 95, but it feels like 110? You know, it's 110. All right, here's Logan McGann trying to get things heated up for the Eagles in the bottom of the fifth. He has singled and flied to right. And Yespis' first pitch is swung on and missed. Cubs lead 4-0 in the fifth. Twins lead the Astros 6-1 in the fifth. One strike, and that one slipped out of Yespis' hands. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count is even. After McGann, Williams, Lott, Reeves, and DeGuris should the inning get that far. Here's the 1-1, and that one is upstairs. That's ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way to McGann. That is strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a windup and a pitch, and that one is in the dirt. Nobody throwing in the bullpen, so this one belongs to Yespis. It's 3-2. Lions won last night 9-5. Eagles won earlier today 5-2. 3-2 pitch. McGann chops one into left field. That's a leadoff single and a nice AB for the Eagles' third baseman. That is only the third base hit. They've hit the ball well. They've had a lot caught. Gavin Williams is 1 for 2. Single in the first inning. Last time up, grounded to short. So McGann battled Yespis, ended up winning that battle, and he has a really good lead off first base. Remember those 8 steals against Toccoa? They got him picked off. Here's a throw down to second. It is in time. That's going to be a caught stealing 1-3 to 6. Well, McGann stole 8, but with the lefty on the mound, might have gone a little bit too early, and a really good move by Yespis. McGann has 14 on the season. That's only the second time he's been caught. So Williams will now bat with the bases empty and 1 out. Good move by Omar Yespis. And a pitch upstairs to Williams. That's ball 2. It's 2 balls, no strikes. And Yespis gets a jolt from himself, and there's a drive and a jolt to left field. This ball is on its way. It's up against the fence. Williams on his way to second. He'll have himself a double. He is now 2 for 3. And that caught stealing looks a lot bigger now for Yespis. Ball had a chance to get out, but it had some top spin to it. But it is a double for Gavin Williams. Bidding for his 5th home run. Instead, he will take his 12th double, and Larson Lott will try to bring him in. Pitch on the way. Lott swings and goes right through it. Hit number 4 for TBC. 1 strike, the count to Larson Lott. Yespis checks that runner, working quickly, and a fly ball to right. Williams will tag. Page comes in and makes the catch. Williams will stay put, and a good throw right to the cutoff man. And Danny Daza giving kudos to Page for not only making the catch, but putting that throw in the perfect spot. So So fly ball to right is out number 2, and Seth Reeves will now try to bring home the run. A base hit to start the inning, but then a caught stealing, a 1-3-6, and then a double by Williams, followed by the fly ball from Larson Lott. Williams leads off second. Reeves, lefty, and he takes the first pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. And check of the runner, who's not being held at all with 2 outs, and Reeves takes ball 2. He walked and scored the first of 3 in the 4th inning. Nothing out of 1 officially. 2 balls, no strikes. And a pitch. And that one is fisted, foul, and a good effort by Martinez, but out of his reach. And Reeves, even though his run counts as earned, would not have scored if they had turned that double play, but the throw was wide on the relay to first. And Nate Naguris ended up scoring as a result as well. And LaChapelle scored on another overthrow a little bit later. Reeves fouls this one off. It's 2-2. Evan Williams doubled. He's at second. They appear not to care one bit about the runner. They're just trying to get this third out. Page, Maloney, and Batista are the scheduled hitters. That's ball 3 to Reeves. That's as Payne comes to bat in the top of the 6th. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williams on second. Pitch on the way. A looper down to left field line. That ball's going to drop, but foul. Williams would have scored with ease, but the ball sliced and landed about 2 feet to the left of the line. So we'll do it again. We'll redo the 3-2. Another one of my rhymes that I can do anytime. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They're giving Reeves the right field line if he's able to pull it. Here's a payoff. Ball 4 is outside, the second time in a row that Reeves has walked. That's walk number 5 issued by Yespis, and it brings up Nate Naguris, who walked and scored in the 4th. Williams at second, Reeves at first, Naguris at the plate. For 1. Robbed of a hit by Page in the second. And that one misses up and away. And again, Lemos is playing up the middle. And with Batista not that far off the line at first, Naguris, should he go to right on the ground, would certainly bring home a run. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is grounded but towards third, and they're going to go the short route to second to end the innings. That'll be a 5-4 fielder's choice to retire the side. Well, the Eagles get 2 on, but do not score after 5. TBC leads 3-1. Top of the sixth, Dominique Page, Joel Maloney, and Christian Batista are the hitters facing Jacob Brigman, who's been really good. The only blemish, the solo home run. His first pitch of the sixth is a curveball for a strike. That has been his best pitch of the afternoon. Page, 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first, grounded to short in the third. The one strike pitch, another curveball, but he got underneath this one. Ball and a strike. Page has played a terrific right field, especially in this ball game, but all three. Here's the 1-1. Fastball fouled off. He had a good swing, but was a little bit early, and it hit off the end of his bat. One ball, two strikes. And Brigman from the stretch delivers. Fastball misses low and away. This is the heart of the batting order, the big boppers. As a team, the Lions with 17 home runs, including Roundtree's in this game. A ball and two strikes and a curveball. Got him swinging. Pulled the string, and Page was way out in front. Strikeout number 3 for Brigman. One away for Joel Maloney, who has grounded out to third, and it was Maloney that was robbed on the warning track on the diving catch by Jacob Burke. So nothing out of 2. Bases empty, 1 out in the 6th. And the first pitch coming from Brigman. Curveball in there for a strike. We seem to have said that quite a bit for both pitchers, really. Gattinella, LaChapelle, and Burke due up in the bottom half. No balls and a strike. And a fastball is outside. It's 1-1. Long look in by the lefty. 73 pitches. Here's 74, and it's a curveball for a swinging strike 2. So ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. And Brigman gets ready for the 1-2. Fastball fouled off. Well, Maloney was trying to put every ounce of muscle into that swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Brigman from the stretch delivers. And that one slipped out of his hand. He was trying to get the curveball, but it's 2-2. Brigman just making sure of the count. It's 2-2. And the pitch. Fastball popped up. Right side, LaChapelle on top of the line. Makes the catch, and it was hard to tell if that ball would have landed fair or foul because LaChapelle was straddling the line. 2 outs. And brings up Christian Batista. He was robbed by Gavin Williams on a diving catch in left, and he's also grounded to first. Batista fooled us in game 1. Changed jerseys. We thought there was a pinch hitter, and he actually got to third base before we noticed it was Christian Batista. And the pitch, fastball. It's outside. So 1 ball, no strikes. And here comes the pitch. And it's right down Broadway. Counts even up at 1-1. Ball and a strike. Brigman working exclusively from the stretch today. And he gets a swinging strike. That one looked like it might have gotten a piece of angst. He didn't hold on to the ball. Counts 1-2. wear all that padding and somehow the ball finds an open spot. It happens quite a bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, curveball popped up, and Baptista was able to slow down the swing after starting and make a little contact. It's 1-2. And Brigman takes a very long look this time, wants to make sure of his pitch. Here's a 1-2. Fastball misses inside and just barely misses the batter, too. Baptista, I don't know how he got out of the way of that one. It was right at his hip. Counts 2-2. And a pitch on the way. Curveball lined into right. Gattinella a few steps to his left, and he makes the catch. So Gattinella does what the Lions have done to him the entire series, catches a hard line drive. 3 up, 3 down for Brigman. That is the 3rd time he has done that. He has retired 12 of his last 14, and he and the Eagles lead 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Dominic Gattinella, Tyson LaChapelle, and Jacob Burke will bat for Trinity Baptist in the 6th. It is 3-1. All 3 runs for TBC in the 4th. Payne got the solo homer from Mason Roundtree in the 2nd. Yespis, 5 innings, 3 runs, only 1 earned, 4 hits. He has walked 5. And he has not struck out a batter, but he's gotten some good defense except for that 4th inning. And Dominic Gattinella will try to break the bad luck string that he's had throughout the series. 7 times he's hit line drives that have been caught, and I mean hard line drives. Last time up, he did draw a walk. And he'll get another opportunity here in the bottom of the 6th. Maybe you should just hit a little dribbler down the line, try to beat it out. Sometimes that happens. Someone hits the ball hard with no luck, and then a little blooper or a swinging bunt. Anything to break up the bad luck. Gattinella is going to keep swinging that bat and hitting the ball hard. Here's the first pitch from Yespis, and he fouls this one off. No balls and a strike. LaChapelle and Burke, then the top of the order should the Eagles get there. 1 strike and a pitch is down low, and there's been no action in the bullpen for the entire game. So this one does belong to Omar Yespis. Looking for his 4th win. He will try to give his team one last chance in the 7th. Tell you in a moment who the scheduled hitters are. As this one gets the outside corner. Roundtree, Beto, Martinez. If anybody gets on, Alexander, Daza, and Lamos. Gattinella with a soft fly ball into left. That one will be caught, and Beto puts it away for the out. One of the few times that Gattinella hasn't squared it up in this series. That might actually be just the second time. LaChapelle brought home a run with a fielder's choice. A second run scored on that same play via the overthrow. So he does have an RBI, even though nothing out of two. And the first pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Next week, Atlantis University here, Friday afternoon, 3:30, then 6:30, doubleheader time. 12 noon, single game on Saturday. Check swing, and he went around. Evens a count up at 1-1. Thomas University is here on Tuesday, April 15th, a 12 noon doubleheader start time. And the 1-1, and that is upstairs. Reason for the time changes. Trinity Christian Academy varsity will be playing postseason games that Saturday night and that Tuesday night. Here's a 2-1, and a ground ball up the middle and a base hit for LaChapelle. So he is aboard, representing a nice insurance run. There's one out, and Jacob Burke is at the plate. Reached on an error his last time up. And if Burke avoids a double play, Angst and then possibly McGann would have another opportunity. Time called. Coach Broden will talk to his offense while Graham Gorman comes out to pinch run for Tyson LaChapelle. Now this time, Gorman is a pinch runner, so officially in the game. Courtesy runners, they're not officially counted as in the game. This time he is. So pinch runner, bottom of the 6th. Again, representing a big insurance run. Will it be Brigman? Drew Billings got a 3-inning save earlier today. Throw over to first, the runner back. That was his 9th save of the season. Andrew Moeller was the winning pitcher in relief. And the throw over to first, and the runner's back. Now, Moeller appeared in 3 different innings, but got credit for 1 inning pitched. 2 different innings. Runs well. He's already stolen a base as a courtesy runner today. Burke pops this one up and out of play. No balls and a strike. Gorman, the runner at first. Pinch running for Tyson LaChapelle, who just singled. Yespis has now thrown 91 pitches. There goes Gorman. Here's a throw down. It is on target and in time. The throw, short hop Daza, but stayed down low and allowed Daza to apply the tag. So Graham Gorman 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts today. So 2 outs with the bases empty and Burke at the plate. Malone cuts down Gorman. The count is 1-1, and a pitch. Swing and a miss. Now that can pump up a pitcher. It can also pump up a defense as they get ready to turn into offense after what they're hoping is this out here on Burke. 1-2, and a pop-up is fouled out of play. So will it be Brigman in the 7th, or will it be Drew Billings? Last week, Billings pitched 6 innings in the doubleheader sweep of Toccoa Falls. Pitch 4 innings in one of those games. That was the 11-inning extra inning game. And the 1-2. And that one misses the inside corner. Two balls, two strikes. Yespis takes a long look and now ready. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball. Alexander in center will put it away, and that ends the inning. One hit, but only 3 men batted. And one more chance for the Lions. They trail by only 2 as we go to the 7th. It will be Jacob Brigman pitching the top of the 7th, looking for the complete game victory. Just the 1 earned run allowed, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. We can bet that Drew Billings is getting ready if he's not already ready to come in. The batters will be Mason Roundtree, Jerry Beto, and Camilo Martinez. Cubs lead the Padres 4-0 in the 6th. Twins lead the Astros 6-1 in the 7th. Phillies got a run in their bottom of the 1st at bat, so it's 1-0. Well, here's Mason Roundtree, a home run and a called strike 3. One of 3 hits and the only run. And Brigman looking to make it stay just like that. Wind has calmed down, but it's still gently blowing in from right center. And the first pitch from Brigman almost got Roundtree. 1 ball, no strikes. And Brigman gets set quickly. He's thrown 82 pitches. And misses upstairs for ball 2. Yespis has thrown 97, and he's hoping that his team will give him a chance to pitch the bottom of the 7th. This fastball gets the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Brigman ready with the 2-1. And a high pop foul is out of play. Counts 2-1. Or make that 2-2 after the foul ball. This is the first batter of the 7th. Infield, of course, playing back, trying to get that first out. And the 2-2. Curve ball grounded up the middle. Reeves will knock it down, but he will not have a play. He makes the throw, but Roundtree beats it out. That should be an error on the second baseman. Hit right off his chest. Still tried to make the play. It was a little closer than I thought it would be, but Roundtree hustling, beat the throw, and it looks like we'll have a pinch runner. Roundtree pulling up a little gingerly. Hope he's all right. Kind of halfway limping back to the dugout. We'll see who the pinch runner is. Now, Ramsey's been the courtesy runner, but this is a different man. So the pinch runner at first is Jaden Knight, wearing number 18. Brigman will throw over to first. So the door is open, and the Lions will try to drive right through. Well, Roundtree's the DH, so at least in that regard, if there is a bottom of the seventh, we won't have to worry about Roundtree's injury in the field. So Jaden Knight, the pinch runner. And the pitch misses. Brigman trying to bear down. 2 balls, no strikes, and a high pop fly. It's going to stay in play. LaChapelle near the dugout, says he has room, and he makes the catch. Brigman over near first just in case, and Knight was straying a little too far off the bag. So 1 out. Now a possible double play opportunity to end the ball game. We'll have a pinch hitter for Camilo Martinez. Carlos Delgado is in the batter's box. Delgado getting his first appearance of the series on the season. He is 3 for 6 with 2 runs driven in. A runner at first. 1 out. And a pitch. Instead of throw to first, very close. Knight just back in head of the tag. Delgado trying to at least advance the runner, and he chases one out of the zone and fouls it off. 0-1. Brigman came very close to getting the pick, but Knight was able to elude the tag of LaChapelle. Shortens up the lead. Let's see what happens when Brigman comes set. Still a very modest lead, and a pitch on the way, a curveball for strike 2. Let's see if I can call it again. Another slow curve. 2 strikes. Again, a very modest lead by Knight at first. And Brigman delivers. Curveball, but this one misses. That one's just off the plate, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knight again, being careful at first base. Gets in a little half step, but not much more. Fastball, got him. After 2 curves, the heater had Delgado late, and the Eagles 1 out away from winning the series. If they get it, it would be their 9th win in the South region. Want to do it with Alexander because the top of the order is up next. Alexander has flied to center and struck out. He's played a spectacular center field. He's kept TBC from scoring more runs than they have in this series. And the first pitch is a strike. The Eagles in the dugout are pumped. The crowd is pumped. 1 strike. And Brigman delivers. Fastball is fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brigman just got his 6th punch out. He'd like number 7, but he cares more about getting the batter out in any way necessary. No balls, 2 strikes. Knight takes a little bit bigger lead, and the pitch misses inside. Honks thought he might have had it. Umpire says it was a little bit in off the plate. So the count is 1-2. Reeves playing near the bag at second, so a lot of room on the ground to the right side for Alexander. The 1-2 curveball, no. Outside, that's ball 2. Another close pitch. Brigman didn't get the call, and he really thinks that one should have ended the game. But he'll make pitch number 96. The 2-2. Fastball fouled away. Alexander got down 0-2. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Brigman with that runner at first. Alexander is a tying run in the batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brigman delivers, and that's the ball game. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 5. Check that, 3. Payne College 1. Jacob Brigman, the complete game victory. He is now 6-4 on the season. Omar Yespis went the distance himself, but he drops to 3-3. Updated season records. TBC is 18-13 and 9-3 in South Region play. And the Lions are now 14-7 overall. A very good season, but 3-5 within the South Region. What a great pitchers duel we had today. Excellent defense all throughout the series. A couple of miscues helped Trinity Baptist squeak out this win. They sweep the doubleheader. They win the series 2-1. They win the series of the season 4-1. Next up, Atlantis University. Friday afternoon at 3:30, 2 games, and then 1 game on Saturday. That'll do it for us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. For Coach John Copeland, Coach Jordan Broden, and all of their staff, Athletic Director John D. Jones, Sam, Abby, Shaq, and Adrian in the booth with me, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.